Thanks, Peter. It's great to be here. I'm excited to share a little bit about our journey in collaboration with AWS today. Adobe's mission to change the world through digital experiences has never been more relevant. As we seek new ways to communicate, to collaborate, to learn, and interact virtually, digital has become the primary way that we connect, the way we shop, the way we work and learn, even the way we're entertained. And at Adobe, we've helped pioneer and create three massive categories: creativity, digital documents, and customer experience management. And on any given day, customers and people around the world interact with Adobe digitally trillions of times, creating, collaborating, and sharing content. But as our customers innovate in these new and creative ways, they're confronted with an age-old problem: storage. In a world where we're creating more and more content and we're creating it faster and faster, we needed a storage class that can keep up with our needs to preserve and access both short-term and long-term data. So let me take you on a journey that I think will resonate with all of us a little bit. In the old days, the progression was pretty simple. We developed a roll of photos. We threw out the blurry photos, stacked up the good ones, probably stored them in a shoebox. Eventually, the shoebox is filled up and you put that in the attic. I'm reminded of this recently as we went about locating, organizing, and digitizing my 80-year-old father's boxes of photos and his carousels of 35mm slides, for those who remember those days. And it's a lot of work. And today we have a similar challenge, but at a much larger scale. Think for a minute about the professional, even amateur photographer. They shoot weddings, family portraits, company events, homes for sale. And every one of these photo shoots creates hundreds of photos and hours of video. I lived this recently as well. During the pandemic, my daughter got married. After a lot of rescheduling and resizing the wedding and a lot of tears, our small COVID-style wedding at the end of the day still generated hundreds of gigabytes of photos and hours of video that we all put in the cloud. But our little wedding is no edge case. Next year, it's projected that we will create 1.5 trillion photos just in 2022. And that number climbs and compounds every single year. So our photos in the attic problem is similar, but now it's not just one attic, it's an entire neighborhood full of attics. And as our library gets larger, images get bigger, phones and editing get more sophisticated, it's not a stretch to say we'll soon outgrow the neighborhood and we'll have an entire city's worth of attics stuffed with content. And let's face it, the challenge then is how do you find and retrieve and share the content that you haven't seen for a while? So historically, cloud storage is focused on the two ends of the spectrum. There's good high latency solutions like archival storage on one end, and there's low latency, quick retrieval options on the other end of the spectrum, typically at a higher cost. But that sweet spot in the middle was missing. And we wanted to provide our Creative Cloud customers with the way to store their assets and get back to anything they needed quickly, no matter when they created it. We needed a solution with the pricing model closer to archive storage, but the performance and reliability and the latency closer to your hard drive. So we brought this problem to AWS. And we did that for a lot of reasons, but the primary one is our shared obsession with customer experience. You see, we knew that our customers want to create a massive, even unlimited amount of content. They want to store it in the cloud and store it safely, but then be able to find it quickly and share it and use it even years from now. So AWS engaged with us. They met with our engineers. They came to Hamburg, Germany, where our digital imaging team sits. And together, they worked and collaborated to detail what our customers needed. And that leads us to today, with Amazon S3 Glacier Instant Retrieval. It's an AWS product, but it matters to Adobe and it matters to our customers. This fast and durable storage is more critical than ever before. But this new offering allows Adobe and our customers to upload anything and everything that you want and come back to it quickly. But honestly, it's looking forward that really excites me. The ability to put more content in the cloud gives our customers a creative and a competitive advantage because it unlocks the AI and ML capabilities of Adobe Sensei. Sensei's content intelligence can look through, if you want to, your hundreds of gigabytes of photos and hours of video and help you find what you're looking for. Why does this all matter? Exactly for that reason. I recently celebrated my 26th wedding anniversary. And as that grew closer, I spent time looking through 25 years of photos that we had, trying to find events and experiences that my wife and I shared together. But I spent hours scrolling. Even when I filtered by facial recognition, it was still difficult to find the images that I had. We all have thousands of photos, and they're typically stored across our hard drive and our mobile devices, and some are in the cloud. And it took time. And how much more powerful would it be if I could simply say into my app, find me photos of my wife and I at the Grand Canyon about 10 years ago, and instantly have what I'm looking for? That's the power of Adobe Sensei. It enables you to focus on what matters most: creating, collaborating, and sharing your content. And customers can now do things that were never before possible. So let's come back to our problem statement. The impact that our collaboration with AWS has had is the ability to solve this problem. Glacier Instant Retrieval hits that sweet spot that we need as a storage class, and it unlocks an entire new set of capabilities. So when Glacier Instant Retrieval is paired with Adobe Sensei and Adobe Creative Cloud, we eliminate the filled attic problem. And we can enable and empower our customers, many of you, to do things that were never before possible. You can access and use and quickly find and retrieve the content that you're looking for anytime you want. And that's truly amazing. Thank you.